Okay, it is still... There we are, it's recording. Perfect. And we are ready. Extremely ready. As ready as anyone can be. Are you ready?
Huh?
I'm going to 2-man it.
Wait.
I mean, wait. What do you mean, wait? Wait. Are you sure you want to wait?
I'm sorry, my dad burst in the room.
Damn
I didn't want to catch that on the podcast.
it, that been perfect. Oh, you just know my opportunities, don't you?
I
Every
know,
bit
I
of it.
know, I know. You start recording whenever you feel like it, so I had to protect myself.
Damn it. There's nothing wrong with getting caught in these situations. Right then. We're on episode 13, I believe. Yes, we are.
Lucky 13,
Lucky
obviously.
13, yes.
The best. 13 is a very lucky number.
Still in an RV is the only way. Oh my god, there's everyone here. I'm about to die. Oh, dead! There's hundreds of them. Good day, everyone. Today is lucky number 13, as Matt would say, as he did say actually,
Yeah.
of the Nerdolution podcast. When I say lucky number 13, there's literally only just me and Matt for this. A two-man podcast, the way it
Best
should,
podcast.
the way it should have been.
Yep. We don't need Alana here with her opinions.
About Wii U
Yeah, her Wii U.
obsession.
Yep.
No fangirling.
And we're totally not gonna rip on the Wii U this episode.
Exactly.
Wink, wink.
Exactly. We can trust in Nintendo for their fine values and their great customer service. Actually, half the time they do have good customer service, but other times, well, they haven't been much help recently to me.
Yep.
So, Matt, before we continue ripping into the Wii U, what games have you been playing this week?
Well, I bought a Wii U this week and I started playing Wii U games.
Did you really?
No. Oh, Benjie.
Oh.
I would never.
I figured as much.
No, playing some League of Legends.
I thought you
Silly.
installed that.
I did, but then I reinstalled it.
You had like a withdrawal symptom.
Not really a withdrawal symptom. I was just like, I don't really need to uninstall the game if I don't want to play it. I just don't play it.
Ah.
So I mean, I keep the game open. If someone invites me to a game, I play. If not, I just go do something else. You know, I kind of wait for someone to invite me. That's how I play it.
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Not really much games. No, not really.
Oh.
This week, nothing really new came out.
Well, speaking of things that came out this week, or today specifically, we've got Just Dance 2014.
Oh dear.
Are you ever going to get that?
I don't know.
Bit of a dancer.
I think the weird thing about, I don't know, it's just, with those games, you buy them to expect being played at parties. And I don't really host a lot of parties. So
Especially
I feel
with Just Dance.
Yeah, those wouldn't really be used.
The question is, why are these games so popular?
I don't know. They're very popular among the casual gamers.
Mm.
And,
But we're not casual gamers here.
I know a lot of girls play them too.
They do.
So they're popular among that as well.
Yeah.
I guess a family gets an Xbox, right? And
Yeah.
they figure, or like PS3 maybe, and they figure, well, you know, our son plays the FPSs, and our daughter plays
Just Dance.
Just Dance, Dance Central, whatever they are. You know, everything works out fine.
Usually.
Usually.
You hope it plays out usually. Oh, damn, I'm dead. No, failed the mission. Anyway, at the moment, the games I'm playing right now, I'm playing GTA Online, actually, at this very moment. It's been chaotic. The issues have been solved. For most people, I would assume. I've lost my motorbike. My bike keeps getting stolen. It's pretty annoying. Like, I've got insurance and the tracker on it. There's a lot more things you can do on GTA Online than you can on the single player.
That's very weird.
It is very weird that, in fact, the online is better than the single player.
Yeah, I think it was funny. I talked to someone about GTA 5, and he said, I bought it for the single player, which I thought was very weird. Because, to me, the only reason I was ever considering buying the game was for the multiplayer. Because I felt like the multiplayer had a lot more to offer. And I guess I wasn't wrong.
It has a lot more to offer. You can hop. It's just hilarious. There's so much you can do. I didn't even know there's certain things you can do on this. There's a few extra interesting moments as well on there as well. I mean, the single player had very good dialogue than compared to most games, actually. Think about it. Obviously, the controversy between the... What's to say? Controversy, yes. Between
certain... the proper way to say it.
Yes. Between certain views of how women are portrayed in the game. The thing is, it's how life is done. This is what life is like.
I wouldn't say that's how life is like. I'd say it's how the GTA universe has always been.
Yeah, but there is some... You don't know that. There is probably some place out there.
Well,
that has...
Okay, I've always wanted to not kind of link GTA to real life. That's why I think it's not really an issue like how women are portrayed, because in this alternate universe that the GTA franchise takes place,
extreme.
The police give up chases if you drive too fast.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. You can literally pile up bodies and ramp over them, and people... You aren't automatically just shot dead. You know, you basically... Like, GTA and realism have never been a thing. You know, if it was a realistic game, you'd maybe kill a prostitute, and then immediately you'd go to jail.
If you don't get caught.
Well, I mean, shooting someone in broad daylight is kind of hard to get away with.
Very true.
Usually.
See, I also bought Final Fantasy 14 on the PS3 to compare the differences to the PC. I don't like the PS3 version at all. It's not that good. Once you play PC and you know what you're doing as a healer, you can't heal with the PS3 controller. It's more designed for being a DPS kind of character. So if you play DPS in an online game, get the PS3 version. That's what I'm going to say for advice. Oh yeah, I also bought a Wii U. I think I did. I didn't really. I would never do that. It's a horrible console.
It is the worst console. In fact, we're renaming the podcast to the
Wii
Get Rid of the Wii U podcast.
Wii U hate.
Wii U hate.
It'd be perfect.
It would be perfect. We discuss perfect ideals.
How, like, the Wii U shouldn't exist.
Yes, it shouldn't exist. Well, I mean, something had to exist. If not the Wii U, it would have been the Wii Poo or something.
The Wii Poo.
I don't know. Something would have existed, you know?
Oh, dear me.
And, you know, it might have been actually even worse than the Wii U.
Yes, it might. Nothing could ever be bad as the Wii U.
Well, I don't think it's the Wii U itself that's bad.
It might be the fangirls behind it.
I think it's how they've approached the console that's pretty bad. It's they had a chance to kind of reinvent themselves in a way with the new console, and one, they chose to take the same name as the previous console, which is not a good step forward.
I chose something else. They should have got a new name.
Yeah,
a new name would have been better. And 2? Is there a 2?
Is there a 2?
Is there a 2? I mean, you said 1. I was thinking there must be a 2.
Okay. Well, 1 obviously was not, you know, naming it the Wii, and 2 was not doing the same thing that was wrong with the Wii, and only having games on there that would be dedicated to almost
Nintendo.
Exclusively, a Nintendo franchises. Like the third parties that are on there are third parties that were games that were made like months ago, maybe years ago.
Yeah, like there was Batman Arkham City. That was in there.
Who bought Batman Arkham City on the Wii U?
I think the only new game I saw that came on there was Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That was more recent. When it first came out, that is. And even then, it's interesting. Then they've obviously redid Super Mario Brothers, didn't they? Super Luigi U. I'm thinking, why would you just play as Luigi?
That's true.
Who would want to just play as Luigi? Sorry, you Luigi fans out there, but why?
It's not Luigi's fault. It's Nintendo's fault. They gave Luigi one game, and it was pretty good.
I mean, Luigi is probably my favourite character out of the Mario universe, but poor Luigi, being stuck in these situations. He deserves more love, but not from Nintendo. And on that sad note, that's the end of it. No, it's not the end of the podcast. We got a whole bunch of topics to go here.
Oh yeah.
What topics have we got?
A whole bunch of good, informative topics for the good of society.
So which one are we going to start off with then? I know you really want to discuss the certain topic here.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see, what's it called? GTA Online, with their problems, have halted in-game payments.
They got 99 problems, and server issues is one of them.
Yes. The server issues have now been fixed. No, that's the thing.
They have been fixed.
Yes.
But it begs to mind, if they had so many issues with it, and were they prepared? Like, they knew that they made $1 billion in a couple of days. You'd think they would have been like, hey guys, we're gonna postpone it because we sold so much, and then we're gonna release it, or we're gonna release it like in tiers, like we're gonna release it in this region and then this region or something like that, to make it easier, instead of just, we're gonna release it everywhere and hope nothing bad happens.
Oh, I just killed a person. Sorry about that. But yes.
But I mean, as much as you in this scenario, you look at it like, Rockstar are big boys, okay? They made the game, they sold a bunch of copies, so through the power of inferencing, you would assume that they would then make the necessary preparations for GTA Online. Are there issues?
They tried, but the thing is, it was a bit last minute.
It was last minute. Like, then they should have just delayed it. What are people gonna do? Like, are they gonna sell GTA 5 because they postponed the online for a week so they
people are still buying it?
Exactly. Like,
they're still buying it.
Yeah, it's not even close to getting lower on sales. You know, I just think it's very weird they were not wanting to prepare enough.
I know, it's just they did say they underestimated it. I'm thinking, understandable. I think it's understandable they really did underestimate the amount of traffic they're going to get. And they did not expect to break sales, I'm assuming, from what Call of Duty does. Because they break so many records with their sales. And clearly they need to figure that out now, that they are probably one of the most popular games ever. Or if not the most popular game right at this very moment. The hottest game at this very moment. But yeah, in-game payments. Nothing about in-game payments. Why do we have in-game payments? I mean, it's a pay-to-win scenario in this, even though even though it's more cosmetics than anything else.
It's not even it's cosmetics would be if you could buy like character clothing, I guess.
Yeah, but you can use your cash to do that. So, yeah.
You can use cash to buy anything. Is the issue?
Yeah, you can buy it for your garages, or you could buy it to suit up your car, which then gives you a faster car at that point. Of course, you have to unlock the rank to buy these sort of things, but still, once you've unlocked their stuff, it's pay to win, isn't it? In the end, even if you do have loads of money by the end.
Yep.
We don't like pay to win. There's no skill in pay to win. And even then, you can still get shot down in one hit because it's really, really easy to die. It's like War Z all over again. That freaking game. I always go back to that for my hating on pay to win. I mean, that proves that.
I just don't think that if you want to have a payment system to buy things that don't matter, that's fine. You know, because game developers need money to do new things for their game.
They do.
You know, but if you're gonna make it so that they can buy in-game currency to buy anything,
yes,
I kind of draw the line a little bit there. That's verging on a little bit of like, because then you're saying that there's no way to make the competitive like. So now, if you play with random strangers, it would be boring because random strangers are just gonna pay for cash and get really good guns and stuff and just kill you.
Which they have.
Exactly.
But then again, since the pay to win thing is not on yet, then they just have really good guns from the easy way, from the hard way even.
Yep.
Oh my god, the police are wrecking me. I've got no way of getting away from them. And everyone's after this car I'm on right now, and my motorbike has been used by some random person. I killed the guy for that motorbike for this car that he has. It's a mission, you see. And I shot the guy from behind while he's sitting in the car.
Yeah.
And obviously I clearly stole the vehicle after that and had every police officer then go after me.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm at 5-star rating right now and I'm crying.
Oh dear.
In fear.
Just to sum it all up though, you know, microtransactions are okay. Just don't go overboard with them. This is not a good example of good microtransactions.
See, League has interesting ways of microtransactions because obviously it gets you either new champs that you can use, but it still that requires skill to use, or new skins.
Yeah, like you can't say buying new champions makes you better at the game.
You have to learn that champion.
Yeah, because I've seen people who spend tons of money in this game and are absolutely dog crap. You know, I put a lot of money in this game and I'm not the best.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't buy anything that makes you perform better at the game.
Exactly.
You know, I think the only thing that's questionable about the microtransactions in League of Legends is the fact you can buy like XP boosts and IP boosts, which is the in-game currency.
But even then, once you reach level 30, it doesn't really help, does it?
Yeah.
It is the IP boost at that point.
So, I mean, those are kind of questionable, I think. But other than that, I don't think
it's not really that as much, though. Obviously, the runes come into play with League, but
runes are only purchased through in-game currency.
Yeah.
And so there's no really... The only way to affect in-game currency is an IP boost, which only lasts for like a certain amount of days or wins. So.
Yes, and not only that, you have to actually win. Because even then, if you have a low amount, you still get some IP, but not as much. But let's move on to our lovely, entertaining topic about... Oh my god, the guy's following me. How the hell did he know I was here? Oh my god, he's found me. The guy's found me. He was in the sewers with me. God damn it. Anyway, let's say. Racist emblems in Battlefield 4, eh? Racist emblems?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, when you have people make their own emblems, I think you can only expect that someone's gonna be like, wouldn't it be great if we made a swastika? And then
they're like, yeah, dude.
Is that your American accent?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
certainly,
dude.
Man. Absolutely, brother.
That's absolutely awesome.
That's fantastic.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I don't know. Stupid people do stupid things, I guess. And although it is the beta, so I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue.
No.
It's an issue that they had with Call of Duty Black Ops. If I remember correctly. A lot of people, you can make emblems, or what you could do is you can combine emblems that they already had in the game, and so people use those to make penises. And
well, to be honest, I would have done the same thing. Okay.
Yep.
Now you know what kind of person I am. I would have done the same thing. Yes. more fun that way. No game is fun without drawing a penis.
Yep, that's the only way to have fun in a game, obviously.
Hell, my number plate that I've made on GTA 5, because you can make your own custom number plates, in fact says that.
Well, it's
with a 3 and a 5 and a 1, so it has to be a legit number plate. And it looks amazing. The guy's trying to shoot me. He missed the opportunity. Oh yes. Sorry, mate. You're not getting your car back.
Sorry, Pete.
Where was I? I was supposed to do a respray. I didn't really do that. The guy's too busy trying to chase me down. We'll go around in a circle. Just to piss him off. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's come back round again. But anyway, let's go for our next topic, Matt. What would you like to introduce?
Well, for our next topic, I'm trying to look at them. We could talk about the Steam Machine prototype.
Ooh, yes. And the specs have been revealed in the Steam.
They revealed the specs of the 300 prototypes that will be distributed.
And what do you think of these specs?
Well, they're pretty interesting. They're having pretty decent graphics card, GTX 780, 760, 660, and the NVIDIA Titan. They're pretty good. I don't really know what I could say. It's a 4050 watt power supply. It's pretty standard. 8 gigabyte, or so it's a 1 terabyte / 8 gigabyte hybrid solid state hard drive.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. That's gonna be ridiculously fast already. Hard drive wise, RAM 16 gigabytes, stupendous.
So already it is an amazing.
It's gonna have some have an i7, some an i5, and some an i3, which all of them sound pretty powerful. Basically, those sound about as powerful, I would say, as the next gen, possibly.
Yes.
Maybe even more. I have not really analyzed the specs of the newer consoles, so I wouldn't really be able to judge accurately. But it seems like, from what they are saying, that as far as competition in the hardware, they're not falling behind. It seems like.
And in fact, they might be doing better.
Oh yeah, they might even be ahead of the consoles as far as hardware specs go.
And what do we say? There might be that new console that comes out that would blow all the others out of the water. There it is, my friends. It's going to be the Steam Machine. It could be the Steam Machine.
It could be.
I mean, think about those graphics. I mean, it's in fact it's just a PC, but it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's just going to be brilliant. That's probably going to be one thing I might buy, actually. If there's a choice and that is out, I might buy that instead of a PS4 or something like that. But obviously you have my Steam account already, so
yeah, I mean,
that means I already have all the games on there.
Oh yeah, it'd be pretty easy for us to probably switch over, considering we already have Steam accounts.
Exactly. And it should be perfect. This guy just keeps chasing me down. He really wants his vehicle back.
God damn it, Benji.
I'm sorry.
GTA 5 hijinks.
It's quite fun what he's trying to do right now. He's been following me all the way since I've stole his vehicle. I'm hiding inside the garage again.
Oh god.
He's literally trying to hunt me down. Oh, this guy just doesn't give up.
Well, I wouldn't assume he would.
No. I can understand. I did kind of steal his car, but it's his fault for dying. To me, that's another thing.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like his fault.
Yeah, he really wants revenge. Okay. Oh my god! He just shot me down. Oh, wow. The amount of bullets he just thrown at me there. He's going back into the vehicle. He's lost it now. But yes. Steam Machine. Do you think Alana's going to hate on that?
No, I don't think she will.
No? Is she a Steam? I can't remember if she has Steam.
I don't know.
I don't really hear her having Steam.
Now, if they made our advertisement saying Steam Machine, because who wants a Wii U?
Yeah.
Then she'd be pretty mad, I'd assume.
I don't know, yeah. I think Steam Machine's brilliant. That's what I'm say. The idea of it being there. I mean, really, all it is just a digital machine, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's just a
basically.
machine with download all your. You just buy all your games online. It's the beginning of the digital age of pure digital games. Instead of buying discs.
Yep. New wave.
New wave entirely. And think about this, you have to play like Payday 2 on there. I mean, all the support has to be on there. It's going to be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Then do you have to have an internet connection to use the Steam
I'm
box?
guessing you would have to.
Yeah.
Makes sense, wouldn't it? I mean, there'll be no other way to use it. That means that's going to be the downside. It is basically DRM all over again.
Yeah. That might be an issue. We'll have to see what they do about that.
Let's see what else. I think they'll be quite good. I think they'll fix. No, actually, that Steam has been pretty unreliable at times.
Yeah.
Oh god, this guy's gonna nick my money. This guy's coming to chase me down. Oh no, no. That's unfair. It's unfair. I've in stealth mode. He can't find me. Yeah, he's trying to find me. He can't find me. He keeps circling around. There we go. Alright, let's go to our next topic, shall we? PS4 and Sony their fixed bundles that I've been trying to do on people. Forcing retailers to buy certain bundles.
Yeah, I think that's really weird that Sony's just like, oh, you're gonna buy a PS3 or you're gonna pre-order one, I guess you should say, that you have to buy one that's a bundle and not just a normal one. Maybe they're I guess they're scared.
Oh my god, the guy just ran into me.
God damn it, Benji, you're gonna have to edit this shit out.
I am.
Okay. Well,
I killed him. Sorry.
like I was saying, so with this kind of issue, I think the best way to kind of look at it is probably, I don't know what they're being bundled with.
Yeah.
But it's probably not that they're trying to, I mean, obviously, people who are pre-ordering, they already want the console.
Yes.
Right? But I think they probably want to bundle it, probably to help what's ever being bundled with it, you know?
Sometimes might just want to have the console purely because they can't afford the extra games.
Or maybe they just don't want the game, and they don't want to pay extra for a game they don't want.
That's true.
Like, I know there was an Uncharted bundle, but I'm not a fan of Uncharted, so if they forced me to buy a PS3 with Uncharted, I'd be like, well, I don't want this because I don't want the Uncharted game.
Exactly.
And to people who say you could just trade it in, well, the counterpoint to that is...
You can't really do that these days.
Yeah. So you can't sell a game for the amount of price that you usually put into it.
And not only that, with PS4 and the whole... Well, actually, they can sell buy pre-owned games because they gloated with Xbox One over it, but that's not the point. It's that. What happens if they do start doing the same situation again? What Xbox One tried to do, which they told, obviously, where you have to buy an extra code and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People won't want to have pre-owned games anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Pre-owned games is a very, very weird territory in the market. It's been dominated by GameStop, which I think has been way too long. Or
Yes.
EB Games, I guess, if you're European.
Yes.
But they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah. They are the same thing, which is really weird because that means GameStop or EB Games has a huge market on used games. Like huge. Which means they basically can set the price to whatever they wanted to because they have a monopoly on it. and sometimes they tend to set it pretty low.
Yeah.
For games that you paid a lot of money for, especially those. So I think with that is an issue that if you're forced to buy a game that you really don't want, then
don't get it.
Then obviously what I would recommend is not pre-ordering the console. Because I mean, obviously showing your distaste to this towards Sony is obviously a good idea.
Well, yeah. PC Master
like,
Race. Actually, that means we have to pay them. That means it's not like Microsoft.
What I'm saying is, obviously, you don't want to just say, well, I'm just going to not get it, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you do want to do that, but you also want to make sure that you let Sony know, hey, I don't like this, you know, make your opinion known. Like, people say, oh, they hate when people complain on Twitter and Reddit about stuff.
Yes.
But that tends to be how opinions get out there, you know? Not by someone making a YouTube video about it, you know? It's usually when someone posts it on like a medium that can get a lot of access.
Yes. People don't
without
really,
having a...
The only way you get people see YouTube is if you're actually popular, like we're not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So like I could say, oh man, I hate PS4, and I could just bag on this thing by Sony, and I might not get the word out. You know, there's a limited chance. But if I post it on Reddit, you know, there's a greater chance.
Exactly.
If I post it on like another, you know, social site, I might get more people there too. So I think it's good for people to express distaste towards this kind of stuff. But also, I think that this is the reason not to pre-order, because you can say, well, it's because I want to get a console on release. But when you really think about it, is it really worth getting a console on release if they're trying to shoehorn you?
The games won't even. The good games won't even be out yet.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, people, patience. You know, just wait. I don't pre-order games, mostly because I just don't think it's worth it, and also I don't like that sometimes game companies are like pre-order bonuses.
Oh, I pre-order games.
Well, yeah, but you're British and you're different.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people pre-order games. Okay.
Okay, a lot of people do, but I am of the school of thought in which I don't mind not having the newest thing at the earliest time possible.
Yeah. And
I think there are other people out there that may feel similar, but they may feel like pressured,
to get it
to pre-order.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna. I'm not saying they're not gonna sell out, but they're not gonna run out of PS4s. They're gonna keep producing them, or Xbox Ones. They're gonna make sure they produce a lot of them.
Yes.
A whole lot of them.
Otherwise, they're gonna be losing a lot of people.
Yep.
Mainly on the Xbox One, though. What do you think of it? Would you buy it if you had the choice?
I would buy the Xbox One.
You would definitely buy the Xbox One. We've discussed this before, actually, haven't we?
Yeah. Just because of the exclusives. The exclusives now are in Xbox One's favor because, I don't know. I mean...
Sony don't have any, really.
No, they really don't. It's very odd that it seems like there's been all this backlash against Xbox One, but they still managed to secure a lot more of exclusives.
It's probably a lot better that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably is, because to be honest, if they didn't secure enough exclusives, they probably would not have been able. They wouldn't be able to compete against Sony.
Yeah, because obviously the cheaper price is what's keep getting them to win at the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the cheaper price. I think what the Xbox One should do, or should have done, I don't know if they're going to do it. I assume they're not because they haven't announced it. Is they should have made a bundle with the Kinect that costs the price now, and then just have a bundle without the Kinect that just costs less because you're not selling it with the Kinect. I don't know. I think that's a pretty simple solution.
Yes.
That drops the price to basically compete with Sony's. You have more exclusives. Bada bing, bada boom. You're obviously looking better as a competitor. I don't know. It's just very weird how Microsoft has gone about this. I'm not gonna be like Microsoft and just kind of like going like a hate monger speech about it because I don't hate either companies, you know. But I just think it's a very weird marketing decision, you know.
I'm not really sure at the moment. In the end, I mean, my decision keeps changing. Should I get the Xbox One? Should I get the PS4? It's certain things seem to be changing. I mean, I keep hearing about this little thing where you can actually play PS3 games on there now, where you get a certain code, where you get a special code, and you can play certain games using your PS3 disc on it.
I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be.
That's what I hear about at the moment.
But I don't think that's gonna be true.
Maybe.
I mean, how do you prove? I don't know. That seems weird. How do you get this code?
Basically, it sends you when you have let's say like Watch Dogs and stuff like that. They send you there's supposed to be a specific code you can apply.
But do you have to like send the game to them, or what do you have to do?
I don't know. It has to be more explained soon, I guess. But
yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know at the moment.
Very weird.
There's a way of doing it. I just don't know what it is yet. Which would be nice.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice to get some more insight.
Let's see. Now then, offline for SimCity. It's been discussed apparently, which they've probably discussed for quite a time now, haven't they?
Oh yeah, there's been lots and lots of stuff.
Yes.
And I think it's just the community wanted it, and I think it's just too late.
It's needed, but it's needed in the first place.
Yeah, it was needed when the game came out, and they just delayed even talking about it. They denied that they were going to do it, and then now they're talking about it some more, and it's just like, well, no one cares anymore. Like the whole SimCity stuff was last year. I don't really.
I'll still play it. I'll still play every now and then.
Yeah.
I like having a city and then just going, haha.
I mean, it's not about not playing it. It's about people wanting to buy it. And I think the people who wanted to buy it have already bought it. And I don't think any more people are really going to buy it. I don't think you're going to see a real influx in sales because of this. Maybe if it went on Steam, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe that would
have that little Origin thing.
Okay, yeah, Origin, I don't know. I think if anything that hurt SimCity was the fact that it's not on Steam.
Yeah. A lot of things are pretty hurting Steam. But the thing is, Steam's a monopoly.
Yeah, but there's a difference between...
Steam has the monopoly even.
Steam has a monopoly, but so far they haven't really tried to abuse it in a sense that they've... I mean, they do the Steam sales.
Yeah.
But
they're doing the opposite of abusing. They're giving.
Yeah, they are definitely giving. Like in an abusive monopoly, you'd see them raise prices to extravagant heights because they have a monopoly on it.
Yes.
But no, I don't know. I think they're pretty okay. I don't know though. We'll have to see in the future if Steam gets usurped
by Origin, which I don't think EA is ever going to do.
I just think the issue with Origin is they just have EA games, and maybe it's interesting if I want to play an EA game, but I don't want to play an EA game. I don't want to use Origin, and that's just it. Nothing more to say than that. When I don't want to play EA games, I will not use Origin.
It makes sense. Then again, there's a few good EA games out there. The EA as a company are horrible.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, there are good EA games, and I'm not denying that. But I think that when you have a service, it's hard to have a service to distribute games while being a game manufacturer, but like only having your games on there. Like EA's issue is they only have EA games, right? Yes. Steam realized that the money wasn't exactly all in making their own games.
With Valve, yeah.
But was also in the fact that, hey, if we have a process in which people can distribute games and we get a slice of the pie, that's the best thing. That's the best way for them. And I think Steam kind of found the niche of online, basically how online games should work. You go on, you buy it, and you get it on anything you want.
Exactly.
You just log into your account and verify it's your account, and you can download the game on any computer, anywhere, on your account. Like, it's basically foolproof.
And then you just literally go and get a code, depending if you've got a new computer, and to prove that it's your Steam account, and job done.
Job well done, indeed. But, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Offline SimCity. Maybe.
Too late.
Too late. You think it's too late? You think it's too late?
I think it's too late to apologize.
Yeah. It's too late to apologize.
Do you like the reference there,
I did
Benji?
like it, yeah. It's too late!
Oh, dear.
Don't make me start singing. It's going to be horrible.
Please no, Benji.
We'll lose the few fans that we have.
Yes, to those fans who are offended by Benji singing, it's part of his culture, so you're racist if you don't like it.
Yes. Because I am, in fact, Asian. And British. I'm British Asian. Brasian, as some people say. Okay, let's move on from that awkward moment of silence there. We're going to There isn't actually anything else on here, apparently.
Yeah, fortunately we've ran out of topics.
How have we managed to do that?
Oh,
that's right, because Alana and you continuously argue over everything.
Yeah, we've actually been here for 40 minutes, so it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it could be worse.
But, that's what I'm gonna do. Time for Matthew rants about. Oh, I shouldn't give my last name. Cut that off.
No. Oh no.
This is where Matt and only Matt. Just bleep out the part. Oh, god damn it.
I'll beep it. I'll bleep it twice.
Okay, just bleep that twice. Okay, this is where I discuss things that I've been thinking of in video games.
Wait a minute. If Alana hears this, she needs to know where to stalk you on Facebook.
Well, no, bleep it, please.
I'll definitely bleep it.
Okay, well, I mean, technically, I think it's in my thing for Skype. Oh, it's not. Okay, good. Well, whatever. Okay. So, the thing I wanted to talk about gaming, that I want to discuss, is games as an art form. Huh? I think the consensus of those here at the Nerdolution podcast. I don't know about Alana, whatever.
Anyway, it's just literally just us two here. So.
Yeah, I don't know about her, but I think Benji would agree that we here believe that video games are a art medium.
Yes.
Sometimes, not always.
Well, GTA 5 because an example here of it not being a medium.
Yes. I'm glad you agree, because I agree with that. GTA I see as an entertainment game. And I think it's bad to kind of like cornhole games into two categories. But when you really look at it, there are games that are made for entertainment value,
yes,
and there are games that are made to be appreciated, you know? That they may not be, you know, high-octane thrill rides, but they may get you thinking. You know? I think games have done this throughout the years. I mean, but it's really weird to kind of discuss it, since video games as a whole usually have a very big budget, so calling a game a blockbuster is weird, because games can be blockbusters but not really be blockbusters, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I get your drift.
Like, Last of Us, I would say, is a game that was not made for the entertainment factor because it was not very fast-paced. So I'd say that The Last of Us, that is more a game that focuses on the appreciation factor. But you have games that are also made for the appreciation factor, but are indie games. But The Last of Us isn't an indie game at all.
It's a damn good game.
It's a very costly game, is what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's a damn good game, though.
Benji, this is about price of the game. Okay. If you compare that to, say, Amnesia.
The first one. The second one's pretty bad.
Shh, we're not talking about the second one, Benji. We're talking about the first one.
Second one never existed.
The first one did not cost a lot of money to make. But you could say kind of aimed for the same idea that Last of Us kind of was going for, and that you presented them with a narrative story.
Yes.
They were more story-driven than gameplay-driven. GTA, on the other hand, has always been a series that had story there, but it's mostly driven by the fact that you can just go and kill a prostitute whenever you want to.
And not get arrested.
Exactly. That falls under the gameplay. Okay? Because it's not in your story to usually be someone who murders hundreds of people daily and then goes and holds up a liquor store.
Or a garage.
Or a garage. But
petrol station otherwise. Or gasoline station, as you guys call over there.
So I think that when we look at games, I think that there are those two different ways can kind of provide two different lenses to kind of scrutinize games under. You know, can you really scrutinize GTA for not being story driven?
No,
you know,
you can't.
You can't. You can criticize it for other things. You know, there are criticizable parts about GTA, but criticizing it for not focusing on story isn't really an apt criticism.
No, it's just...
Now, if people try to tell me that GTA's story is amazing, I would have to stop that and say, well, no, it's not. It's not winning an Oscar.
Voice acting, the recent one has been a lot better than our past ones, admittedly, for story-wise. But even then, it won't win much.
It won't win. It'll win. It might win Best Game of the Year, but that would probably be on the merits of gameplay. No one's going up there and saying we were moved to tears by GTA's story, especially the part where you attached a tow truck cable to a guy's house and collapsed it.
Yes.
That part was especially moving.
Oh, literally.
I get it. But so I think that is a fair way to do it. A fair way to judge, because people tend to had a lot of people I've talked to, people who are of a younger generation, right?
Yeah.
The ones that are usually associated with people who buy all the Call of Duty games, who complain about certain aspects of games. Like, they like to throw the word realism around a lot.
Realism.
Like, games have to be realistic.
They don't have to be realistic.
Like, someone was telling me how
if the game was realistic, I wouldn't be playing them.
Oh yes. I was talking to somebody about Kingdom Hearts, which I consider a pretty good game.
Realistic was definitely what I say Kingdom Hearts is.
Realism and Kingdom Hearts do not go hand in hand. Maybe in the moral sense of realistic morals, but you're never going to see a boy travel with a talking duck and whatever Goofy is.
I think it's a dog.
A dog.
I think he's a dog.
Throughout
a dog.
Space and worlds, meeting various Disney characters.
And Final Fantasy characters.
And Final Fantasy characters. It's not realistic.
And if you do, I want to know what you're taking, because I want some.
But his argument was, the game is not very good because it's not realistic.
And then a lot of people disagree with him because...
Yes, a lot of people do, but there is still a faction of people who I assume are the people who enjoy the Call of Duty franchise, and maybe GTA, I'm not sure. I don't want to judge the GTA fans because I don't know them, but I can assume for at least the Call of Duty and the Battlefield fans, the reason they play them is for, I guess, realism, because this was one of his major points as to why Kingdom Hearts is not a good game. Which, first, Kingdom Hearts is really not a gameplay-driven game. The gameplay is pretty simple. It's not very complex and not really, I don't know. The gameplay is not ultimately the strongest part, I would say, of Kingdom Hearts. It's okay. It holds its own, but it's not something that I would say this is what all games need to aspire to be in gameplay. Yeah, because it's not. It's very simplistic, which I think benefits it.
Yes.
Though, but is not something that I would put on a pedestal. But what benefits the game is the fact that it's not trying to be realistic. You know, it's not trying to be some sort of modern day gritty military shooter. It's a different genre. I don't know. people need to understand that certain genres have certain characteristics that don't apply well to other genres. You can't take the grittiness of a modern military shooter and put it into a platformer, usually because it's very weird and it just doesn't usually fit the genre of platformer.
Yeah.
You can have a darker platformer, but a modern military that would just be very odd.
It would just turn into, I don't even know what kind of, that'll be a new one to see. If someone tried to make that, then go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, you have certain things, like I said, which are usually associated with certain genres that usually work well with those genres that you can't really apply. Realism works moderately well with modern day military shooters, but in other games, realism is kind of not applicable because it's all theoretical. I mean, games in itself are supposed to be theoretical, like they're not real, obviously, which is why I don't understand why video games get blamed for every mass shooting from here to Kalamazoo. But I think that we need to look at a game based on the merits of either its story and its gameplay, usually, okay? Now, if a game has terrible gameplay, it doesn't matter how great the story is.
Yeah.
And if the story is just awful, that doesn't excuse it for having... That would not be excused by amazing gameplay, you know? If you, the best video game ever made would be one that has an amazing story and amazing gameplay. Where I got this, I want to say this outright, I got this from 0 punctuation.
Yes.
Because those critiques, his I guess analogy for this is that a video game is a car in which the driver is the gameplay and the story sets the radio station.
Yes.
You can have a car ride with a terrible radio station and it'd still be okay. But or have mediocre radio station, but if it's a terrible radio station, that car ride's gonna seem pretty crappy.
Yeah, it will. It will do.
And if the driver is driving too fast or too slow or driving very unsafely, you know, you're not gonna have a good time as the passenger. So I think if you want to make a game the best possible, you need to make sure that the story and the gameplay are the best they possibly can be. But that doesn't mean you can... I mean, it means that you can then judge a game for having like a poor story. But if it's not... if it has a poor story, that's one thing. But if it has an story, that's a totally another issue, okay?
Gameplay amazing, story, then you've got a bit of an awkward dilemma.
I mean, but then again, it's still okay. If it's terrible story, like if it's like really bad dialogue and stuff like that,
yeah,
and you're just like, oh god, kill me now. You know, it's just, I think the best game, like, you know, a lot of games have cutscenes, cinematics.
They do, yes.
Basically every game now, because it's very, very hard to kind of put story. Alana, get out of here. But it's very hard. And yeah, I saw you come in. Yeah, you didn't think you could be sneaky.
No, I wanted to come in quickly because I realized, I was like, you know, I gotta go to work soon, but I was thinking, I was like, man, they're not gonna have a joke.
Oh no, don't, you actually came in at the exact right time.
Wait, to tell a joke. Okay, wait, let me finish and you can tell your dumb joke.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. What I was saying is that, oh my gosh, please don't, okay, I got my train of thought back. With story and gameplay, right, that with the like a lot of games have cinematics in them because it's very hard to put a story in a game without like making it very like in Call of Duty, a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll have a section where you follow this character in front of you and he starts spewing stuff at you, like information wise, you know. And some games do that where you follow a character around while they start talking to you about the story,
and you're like, what?
But you're not engaged because this is the boring part of the game, right? I think the best game possible is one that has cutscenes in it, but you don't want to skip the cutscenes.
Because Metal Gear Solid, for instance, when you're first going through it, that you don't want to skip the cutscenes at all because it is just mainly cutscenes.
Yeah.
It always had great gameplay.
Exactly. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean like. And when you talk about like good gameplay and good story, it's not about like the length of it. You don't actually have to have like if the gameplay is really really good and really well done.
Then you don't need long cutscenes, do you?
Yeah, you don't need long cutscenes. And I think that if you have a game where like I dread having a cutscene come up, then I don't know. I just don't think. I think having too many cutscenes can be an issue sometimes. I think the issue Kingdom Hearts had with its cutscenes, and this was probably because it was on the PS2, was that it had to load a lot, right?
Yes.
It had to load worlds a lot, and that kind of took away from the game, and kind of took away the flow.
They hidden it with the flying the spaceship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the best thing they could do for Kingdom Hearts 3, right, and for new games, is to try to make loading as less noticeable as possible so that it's seamless, your transition, because that makes it so you're like, oh, I'm going to a new chunk of the game, now I gotta wait a minute for it to load. And it's not about how long it takes to wait, it's the fact that you notice you're loading.
Yes.
Even if they don't put it on the screen, you're on a black screen. What else are they doing? They're loading the game. You know? And I think with new technology, hopefully faster loading games are definitely going to be prioritized.
Yes.
Now, Alana,
before we go,
what is a joke?
Before I end the podcast with...
Okay. This is one of like the greatest jokes that I've ever heard.
You said that with every other joke. Okay.
You said that last week, and that wasn't true.
And you said it the week before, and that was where we didn't cancel the podcast.
You guys don't have a sense of humor. Okay.
That's not true.
I've got a brilliant sense.
That is completely true. Okay. What does the Enterprise and toilet paper have in common?
What?
They both circle. What does the Enterprise and Klingon and toilet paper have in common?
I don't know.
They both circle Uranus and wipe out Klingons.
Where do you get these from?
This is no. Oh yeah, I figured.
Yeah, when he comes on and says a joke, he says the best ones.
Okay.
Oh, Alana, you missed it. I gave up my last name.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I already found you on Facebook. I swear I already found you. I'm just going to listen to the podcast, but I swear I already found you on Facebook.
No,
just...
what's wrong?
Well, what was his name then?
I don't remember. I have it written down in a folder somewhere. I have like a stalker.
That is really, really...
Oh,
I did say that.
She probably downloaded the photos on the profile, hung them up on her wall, and like connected them with like string, and it was like conspiracy theory.
No, I didn't do that.
That would
be pretty sweet.
No, it would not be sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work, so.
Goodbye. Get out of here. You scamp.
Quickly dropping in and dropping out moment there. I can't believe she actually found the time to do that.
Okay, now that she's gone, guys, we're gonna bag on the Wii U some more.
It's terrible. Don't get it. They have brought. Do you know why it's so bad? They've took out the basic package now as well. You can no longer get the white Wii U's anymore because no one bought them.
I think actually a genuine criticism I have for the Wii U is that they made the stupid like controller like standard. Like you can't. The Pro controller that they made should have been the one that came in the box.
Yeah.
Not the one that already comes in the box. Because isn't that the point of like?
You need that controller.
That's doubtable.
It's part of it. I mean, there's some games you can use it for, but others, some games like Zombie U, you need it. Nintendo Land, you need it.
Need is a strong word, meaning they were developed to be worked around it.
Yes, pretty much.
Like they don't need, like technically you could make it so they didn't need it, but you chose to.
It would just be very awkward with Zombie U if you didn't have it.
The major thing that I had an issue with is they were talking about Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and how like it's functional with the Wii U pad.
Yes.
But in that case, I wouldn't want it because
it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be Legend of Zelda.
No, because when you want to like check your inventory, you want to pause, you know, or when you want to look at the map, you'll want to make sure you pause the game.
Hmm.
Why would you want that on your controller? Because that distracts you from the screen up here where the game is happening. Like, it's hard. Like, when I'm focused on a game, I don't even notice like what I'm doing with my hands. It's all like hand-eye. It's not even hand-eye coordination. It's just muscle memory. You know, like where the buttons are. And
Exactly.
stuff. You don't look at the buttons while you're playing.
But with the Wii U, you've got to.
Yeah, you have to look down to see the screen. Anytime your eyes come off the screen, that breaks immersion. You know?
Except for
And
actually, the only one game I can think of is Zombie U, which doesn't break it because it makes you panic.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the only one, because obviously you have to look away from the screen to check your inventory, or do this keypad and quickly look back up to your actual TV to see that your zombie's about to eat your face. But that's the only
But I
game.
don't know. I think not having being able to pause is a bad thing
Yeah,
in games.
pausing's always nice.
Hmm?
Pausing's always nice.
Pausing is nice. It's just an integral part. It's like if you didn't have pausing on a DVD player, you know? Like you're watching a movie
And then
and you're like, oh wait, I have to go use the bathroom. And they're
Mm.
like, ha,
Oh.
sorry, the movie's gonna keep going. You're gonna have to rewind it.
no, if it didn't even have the rewind function, that'd be even worse.
You have to watch from the beginning.
Again.
So,
Yeah.
Yep, it's it's bad. You always should have a pause function because things are gonna come up where you have to pause, and you should be able to pause.
Mm. Why is just? I don't know what went through their heads. We'll never know what went through their heads to make that stupid console.
Yep.
I
Well,
mean,
that's enough.
innovation was
review.
there. Innovation was there, but it's
Yeah,
just,
innovation was there, but I mean,
How
is
does
it
innovation work in the end for everyone?
is it really innovation though if it's not really beneficial?
Innovation is now Oculus Rift. That's not beneficial, but it is innovation entirely.
It is technically innovation. I'm not gonna buy one because I don't.
It's going to
feel
cost a lot.
like...
for one
Exactly.
thing.
I don't know if it was not. I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't sit well with me buying virtual reality stuff. Considering like, is it gonna be like with every single motion control thing that's come out, or like 3 games support it and like no other games do?
Well, actually, at the moment they've got Eve supports it. Strangely, there's quite a few games that could support it. You just had to have a patch for it. That's the problem. Which would take how long to develop? Do you think?
Huh?
A patch for the Oculus Rift for each game. I said vehicle there for some reason.
Yeah.
It'd probably take ages.
It would probably take it.
I mean, the idea, of course, you have to get it left. As it's been described, you have no center of gravity when you start using it.
Really?
Yes.
That seems odd.
Obviously, you are on top of the earth, but when you start using it, because obviously it's entirely covering your face, it will be really, really strange because obviously you are sitting. You have to sit down with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will guarantee fall over.
Do you still use a controller with it?
Yes, yeah. The thing is, it gets a bit awkward with the fact that when you turn your head, that turns the camera instead of the controller, which is more like pivots or something like that.
But like, so then, do you use a normal controller, or is there like a different controller?
You might be using a normal controller.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I think it's using a normal controller because it's just an additional piece added onto it. But it's more. But again, it's a PC thing. I think the Oculus Rift is more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it'll be good for consoles.
One day,
Because-
maybe. One day, maybe.
One day, even for PC, I don't know. I just don't really know.
There is with it. I'll tell you that. Just imagine Left 4 Dead using that.
That would be pretty weird.
It'd be pretty weird, but then you see a tank right in front of your face, smacking you down. You're continuously flinching. Because you don't want to get hit by it. I think it'll be unhealthy for people in real life, because eventually you will be a bit jaded from it, and
Oh, definitely.
you will not flinch from a punch. Come towards you.
No, you won't.
So in the end, what the justification on that is that it's a bad idea to use it for prolonged periods of time. Because you will lose your sense of reality. I mean, you lose your sense of gravity using it, apparently. So,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Sounds weird.
So if you combine that with the Wii U, oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh my god, indeed.
I mean, you won't be able to do it because obviously first off you have to be able to see your touchpad. But that means you have to remove the Oculus Rift, lose your sense of immersion.
Oh yeah, immersion is the most important thing about games.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I talk about story and gameplay, but those all fuel immersion.
This immersion is part of the story.
Exactly.
As is gameplay. I mean,
you can't be immersed if you have a good like. That's why I find it hard to play games like what's it called? Heavy Rain and stuff because I don't really feel immersed because it's all like quick time events. For me it doesn't do it. Maybe for other people who it's easier for them.
Heavy Rain is more story.
Exactly. It's very heavily focused on story.
So it's more of a book.
It is more of a book. It's very weird.
It's a drama. An interactive TV drama.
In a sense, you are correct.
It's the only way that works. And aren't I always correct?
You are always not correct.
Hey! Actually, I can agree that I'm never correct half the time. But on this note of me being not always correct, we're going to end our podcast here. We've had our bad joke somehow.
Oh, we have. Unfortunately, we have. I don't know how it slipped through. But Alana found a way.
I don't know how the hell. I thought we had a chance of getting out of that. But yes, no bad joke for this week. And she still got him.
Yep, she still found a way to do it.
I thought she said she was busy with work today, so she couldn't actually come in. She could.
Yeah, we thought, good.
Tired.
Alana, it's not going to be here. Whatever.
It turns out she's here for the entire. She actually could have been here the entire time. So yes, with me and Matt being a bit annoyed by the fact that we've had bad joke.
Yes.
This is episode 13.
14.
30, it is actually 13.
17.
Stop saying that.
This is episode 237 of the Nerdolution podcast.
We still only have 10 listeners.
My name is Simon Pegg. This is Brian Cranston, and this is us signing off.
Oh, but yes, you can find us in the Digibytes website as well at www.digibytes.me.
Yep. Oh wait, before we go, this is dedicated to McLean, our editor-in-chief over at Digibytes.
You tried to us earlier.
Yep. I just want to let him know that video game journalism is a joke, and yeah.
Hope you and anyone else who gets angered by this, too bad.
Too bad indeed.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.